What is any particular piece of music about? For instance, what do you think this tune is about? But if I play some notes on the piano like this, the notes won't give you any word ideas. Notes aren't about burned fingers or space travel or lampshades or anything. What are they about? They're about music. For instance, take this prelude by Chopin. It's beautiful music, but what is it? That's not about anything either. Or again, a bit of jazz. Rocket, bang, but a note, one little note all alone, means nothing. It's just plain old F sharp or B flat. It's a sound, that's all. Higher or lower, louder or softer. It will be a different sound if I play it on the piano or if an oboe plays it. I can't do that. Talked about at the beginning. It starts with a phrase going up, as you can see just by looking at the notes, even if you can't play them. And then it answers itself with a phrase going and winning it. You might try this with a friend, singing back and forth at each other and see who wins. First, your friend sings the opening phrase like this, and you argue back with the second phrase. And then he'll insist again with the third phrase, which is just like the first. And then you clinch the argument with the last one like this. You win. Johann Strauss, for instance. So Superman comes charging along through the alley on his motorcycle, and you hear... Then he whistles his secret whistle in the woodwinds, so the prisoner will know he's coming, like this. As he gets near the prison, he hears all the prisoners snoring away peacefully in the silence of the night, which the brass imitate by fluttering their tongues as they blow. And he also hears his friend playing the kazoo over the snoring, which gets louder as he gets near. Suddenly he charges into the prison, bops the guard over the head, down to the orchestra with a loud bang of the percussion like this. So off he goes to his skinny old horse to conquer the world. He has with him a companion, blah, 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 and so we hear Sancho Panza chuckling to himself. They are riding together when they see a flock of sheep in the field going, baa, baa. It sounds better on brass, I think. And with them is a shepherd playing on his pipe, who... Don Quixote, in his mixed-up mind, thinks the sheep are an army specially put there for him to conquer, so he charges in and cuts them down. And he's convinced he has done a truly knightly deed, and he is proud. Is the sound of snoring prisoners or baying sheep, or whether this, the Superman bopping the guard, or Don Quixote bopping the sheep, and so forth, and so forth. example, one of those Mussorgsky pictures shows children playing in a park, and what Mussorgsky did to make it sound like children playing was to imitate in notes the way kids talk when they play games, which is almost like singing. Ollie, ollie, income free. Or when they are making fun of each other and go, nya, 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 nya. But here is how Ravel does it, by using nasal-sounding woodwinds. Woodwinds, Mussorgsky and Ravel imitate the squawking and pecking of stone. Tchaikovsky was a composer who did this, who always tried to have his music This is what happens in the passage. I want it, I want it, I want it, etc. Sometimes Tchaikovsky uses the same tune to describe two different emotions. But at the end of the symphony, he changes a couple of notes, what musicians call changing from minor to major, and the whole orchestra comes out sounding joyful and triumphant, like someone who has just made a touchdown and is the hero of the football game. For instance, if you play just one note for a long time, it means nothing by itself. It's not moving. But the minute another note is played after it, right away there's meaning. And meaning we can't name. If I move from that first note to a different one, the meaning changes. Something else happens inside you. The stretch is bigger somehow and stronger. Now this note means one thing with this chord under it,